Yeah, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz there accepting his party's nomination for vice president. He shared personal stories in his address, including his 24 years in the National Guard.
But as KDKA political editor John Delano reports, a local Republican lawmaker is among those questioning Walz's military service.
Tim Walz, the Democratic nominee for vice president, is proud of his military service.
Everybody belongs, and everybody has a responsibility to contribute. For me, it was serving in the Army National Guard. I joined up 2 days after my 17th birthday, and I proudly wore our nation's uniform for 24 years.
But in a letter to Walz, 50 Republican members of Congress, veterans like Guy Reschenthaler from Peters, accuse Walz of, quote, lying about his service and, quote, abandoning his post by retiring 2 months before his unit received an alert that it could be sent to Iraq. Several months earlier, Walz had announced he was running for Congress. Reschenthaler was not available to talk about these claims, but former Congressman Conor Lamb, also a veteran, says this is just politics.
These guys are terrified of Tim Walz in the way that he tells the American story of, I signed up to serve, I served many years, I learned important lessons about how to take care of other people, because that's, their guys, J.D. Vance and especially Trump, they're not known for taking care of anyone except themselves.
Lamb served with Walz on the House Armed Services Committee, where he says Walz reached out to him personally. As for the GOP attack, Lamb says Walz has every right to call himself a command sergeant major, even if that wasn't his rank in retirement. And he had the right to retire from the military to run for Congress.
Tim served 24 years. What was he supposed to serve to infinity? And I would say the post that he has never abandoned is the post of a public servant. But when he talks about his rank, that was the rank he was wearing. When he looked down at his collar in the last tour of his career, he was a command sergeant major. And so he is entitled to say he served in that command, and he exercised that incredible amount of responsibility.
Lamb seems particularly irked when fellow Marine Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance attacks Walz's military service.
I couldn't tell you one thing Vance has actually done as a senator to take care of veterans or try to improve their lives. And that's what the issue is here.
John Delano, KDKA-TV News.